So I'm definitely a believer myself. Okay, but we have to kind of start briefly with just an umbrella. I just got a few slides. I'll fly through them. But what is social media? Well, obviously it includes the social networks, social bookmarking platforms. This is all in your handout as well. Blogging directories. And you don't have to write these down. They're on your handout. But just to kind of lay the foundation, maybe some names that you recognize like Technorati. The group platforms like Yahoo groups, right? Meetup. Those are definitely social media. And the micro-blogging platforms like Twitter and FriendFeed and Utterly, a platform called Utterly, which I'll show you in a second. And then these sharing platforms like YouTube, where you share videos, and Flickr, where you share photos. Right? This is all social media. So the common refrain to all this is I don't have time. Like, how am I supposed to be active on all these different platforms? So I love doing this. This is a little demonstration. I'm going to use my cell phone. I'm going to make a cell phone call to a platform called Utterly. And it's an automated platform where I can record a voice message. It's actually a micro-blogging platform, just like Twitter, except it accepts audio. Unbelievable. All circuits are busy. Can you believe that? Unbelievable, in front of 80 people. So here's the deal. I could record a message that would be something like, is that amazing? Hey everyone, I'm giving a presentation this morning to a group of Bay Area consultants at the Bay Area Consultants Network. I'm going to be writing a blog post about it soon, so check it out at tacticalexecution.com, which is my blog. Okay? And if that was live, which it's not, unfortunately, I would press a couple buttons to publish, and then what happens? Okay, well, it turns out that I have my Utterly account set up to automatically populate my Twitter profile. Okay? And Twitter automatically populates my friend feed. I don't have to do anything. It would have happened if that was a live recording. It would have already happened. And Twitter populates my Facebook profile as well. And it turns out that it also populates my blog. And Utterly has a widget, so that populates my blog as well. And my blog populates Facebook. And my blog also populates LinkedIn. Okay. So, I mean, am I crazy? Maybe, right? Am I a geek? Maybe. But we all have a minute every day where you're sitting in traffic and you have a cell phone. Does anyone not have a cell phone? Here's an opportunity, right? Just one example. And there's many examples, but the big buzzword is integration, right? All these platforms talk to each other. So you can take a minute every day and push some value into your audience and populate 6 platforms at the same time. It's really powerful, right? It doesn't have to take that long. It doesn't have to be that difficult. To sit there and in your car say, you know, there's really 3 things that people need to know about redoing their organization according to blah, 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 depending on what you do. So you do a little thing, hey guys, I just had a thought. There's really 3 things, and you tell them about it. And you demonstrate your expertise, and it ends up on 6 different platforms. Just like that. Something to find, right? Something to find. And we'll talk more about that, but really the lesson in all of this is to integrate everything you can. And in fact, for those who want to take it to the extreme, there's a platform called Ping.fm. Ping.fm. Some of you are familiar with it. Actually, you guys, the way you're talking in the early going, everyone here is already familiar with some of this stuff, which is awesome. But you can literally populate one thing with Ping.fm, and it'll populate like 65 platforms all at once. So if you want to take it to the extreme, that's one way to do it. But that's the lesson. And if you really want to, by the way, I have a book that's about this, and for those who are interested, I'll tell you what chapters are about what we're talking about. So this is chapter 32. But if you want to break down social media to what it really is, it's platforms that facilitate communication between users. Okay? And this is important because there's a linear progression here. Right? If you think about like 1996, website speaks to website visitors. Static website. Right? What's Web 2.0? What is that? Website speaks to visitors and allows visitors to speak back to website. Okay? User-generated content. Okay? What's social media? Website speaks to visitors, allows visitors to speak back to the website, and facilitates the conversation between the users. Does that make sense? It's linear. There's nothing new here. It's just a progression of facilitating communication. That's all it is. And at the centerpiece of the whole thing is your blog. Think about hub and spokes. And some people, is anyone here like, hate the word blog, just, on principle. So there's a few, and that's okay. I mean, they're kind of here to stay, so, it's part of the deal. But the blog is your centerpiece. That's where you engage them at a higher level, okay? And what we're going to talk about today is what I call the big four in social media.